Welp, that happened, I guess. Come on, there we go. And we edit that. God damn. Broski. History repeats itself. Welcome back, Raul. I can't escape it, dude. I cannot escape it. It's just dungeons, too. That's what sucks. Which is like 90% of the content that I enjoy. Or that I even need to do, I should say. But we're back. Also, as soon as I turned my computer back on, my Wi-Fi was not working. But it seems like everything's okay. I turned it off and turned it back on. Nice, dude. All this loot on the ground for me. Thank you. Hey, that's how you get 2 free greens right there. Just disconnect. Ooh, Gloom Hands. Are these better? Please tell me they're... Hey, Fort Willpower. I'll take that. 30 extra CR. Take what we can get. At some point, this game has nothing more to offer. I mean, yeah. To be honest. But that's hopefully what all these new updates are coming out with, are adding new stuff. I'll be honest, I have not looked at most of this. Oh, there's another one of these. Interesting. Look, all of mine are already ranked 4, or 4 stars. If you were a whale, you'd feel so bored. That's why they're all they do is PvP. Like, I can tell you from experience in the area summit at least, and the clans that are immortal with them, like 80% of the clan only log on to PvP, and then some of those people only log on just to do like the Shadow War or Immortal, whatever they're called, the wars at the end of the week. That's all they log in for, and to get blessings. So yeah, a lot of whales are pretty bored, but that's on them for spending all that money. If you're not going to enjoy it, that's on you. Because there are still quite a few whales who enjoy the game. My game got snatched by the Diablo Crash Bandit. Unfortunately. Ooh, Erratic Assault. It's always when I do dungeons, dude. Always the dungeons get me. So maybe we'll do something else after this. No. Oh my god, I'm lagging. Yeah, dude, I gotta get out of here. I don't know if you guys can hear me, like, the second after it lags, or a second after I crash. But I'm just so defeated whenever it happens. It's because we all talk about Russia war. They can't silence me. Oh, nice, we have a whale with us. My silence can't be bought. I'll deal with the crashes. I'll talk about whatever I want. Hopefully Russia wins. Alright, we survived this dungeon, so... If you're way you get satisfaction from helping other players doing PvP, you feel bad for using money to advantage. Honestly, dude, it doesn't even really give you an advantage. That's the funny part. Except for like carrying people with in PvE and stuff. It definitely gives you an advantage there. Like if you wanted to compete for Challenge Rift, where we at? Where they at? Master Challenge Rift. You will never ever be able to get up here unless you are a big whale. Like let's see, Yappy, this account. I don't even think this is their account. Yeah, this is not their account. This is one of Baratheon's accounts that he purchased. Which you can tell that by going to report, and it says Baratheon. Would you believe it? Yeah. It's Putin's doing. That's my dog, bro. He wouldn't do that to me. It's these damn liberals. Yo, what's good, Nuge? Nuge Fireball, how you doing? Yes, sir, I am sort of back, you know what I'm saying? I'm still out in Jordan right now, if you couldn't tell by the title of the stream. So, you know, little impromptu streams get popping up. Didn't think I'd be able to out here just for simply by not having a good enough upload speed. But we're here. Let's see. He caught me right after I just crashed too. It's just funny. Gimme this. Gimme. Who's this Baratheon guy? He's one of the people who have I'll show you his account. He's one of the people who have a maxed account. This is one of the guys. All rank 10 everything. Where's the gyms at? If you can't tell. But like also probably rank 10 Haunted Coil 5 stars. Oh, look, he's broke. This guy's broke. He can't even buy a real 5-star gym. What a brokey. Anyways, look at his warband, right? This account is owned by Baratheon. This account is owned by Baratheon. This account is owned by Baratheon. This account, I'm gonna sound like a broken record. Where are we at? This account, owned by Baratheon. Would you believe me? This one's not owned by Baratheon, but this is not Fee's original account. This is another purchased account. Where are we at? There's another one. Keep pressing the wrong button. This one is owned by Baratheon. This guy can't even... He needs to ask his girlfriend for permission to go buy Taco Bell. He can't. He's not buying this. That's not his account. Owned by Baratheon. This guy... He's a whale on his own. I don't know why he's using one of Baratheon's accounts. I can tell you why. He's a glizzy gobbler. Yappy we already looked at. And then, of course, Snake the Vile. This one's owned by Baratheon. Seaborn is the only one on his original account. You feel me? So, it's pretty deplorable. But of course, if you look at, like, the actual top warband, all of these accounts are the original owners. It's just Baratheon being a dunce. Give me my Brawl Cully. Did I finally complete this? I only got... How do I only have 4 pieces? It is what it is. Oh, you were lurking when I crashed, I see. Hey, well, appreciate you stopping back in, you know what I'm saying? That's always, like, that's the worst thing about crashing is, like, you know, I know a lot of people just lurk. So, you're probably not paying it too much attention at the moment that I crash, and it's like, oh, stream's done, I guess. All right, what should I do to? I want to complete this. I've picked up so many pieces of legendary gear though. I don't get it. I guess. Let's see. Go to, where is it at? Southern Dreadlands. See if this counts. If I do the Shard Storm. This guy's be super unemployed. No, he is. From what I'm not gonna dox him, but from what I've heard, he's very well off, which is why he's able to do that. And he doesn't actually play his account that often. He hires somebody to play his account. And the person he usually hires is one of the people in his warband. So I would assume after him, sponsoring that guy with a 12,000 resonance account, he probably gets, that guy probably pilots his account for free. Like he's purchased the loyalty of those people by giving them those accounts, basically. And I wouldn't care if he and the people around him weren't pieces of shit. Sorry for cursing, you know what I'm saying? But they're just awful people. Baratheon even would set up he would set up bots to sit in the market and just buy up everything because he's too lazy to play the game himself. But that's how it goes at the top levels. That's what I was saying. Like you can't really get an advantage. Like, I mean, he gets an advantage by owning all of those accounts and thus controlling who becomes immortal on the server. But like, are you really winning at that point if you have to spend $1 million? Like, legitimately $1 million for sure he's spent in this game. Over the course of however many years this game's been out. 3 years now? Actually, I kind of am planning to make an actual video exposing it. Because, like, Blizzard God, it has to do something about that. He breaks all the rules. But I guess if you pay the company $1 million, you can do whatever you want. He might even be partnered, too, which is another crazy thing. So I'm hoping this will count towards my picking up legendary items, because it's pretty dumb that I don't have that done. $1 million Diablo Immortal, totally worth it. Just you send the email to the Saudi person, be right there. Oh yeah. That's all you gotta do. Marry into some oil money, dude. I like from what I've heard, what his job, what he does IRL, it makes sense that he has the money to do that, but you also have to have an ego, a crazy, like, you gotta be an egotistical person to do that. Because there's no reason other than ego to do that. It's literally a video game. And I can't just, come out outright and be like, yes, this guy spent this much money, because I don't actually know. I'm making a very educated guess, though. You know, I've never seen his transactions, but I'm very confident he's up there, close to a mil. Even then, putting that much dedication in a game, probably won't play in 10 years. Yo, so here's the thing, right? It's him and people who have a ton of money. If you put in a mil, he's probably not putting in 5% of wealth, to be honest. So if you look at it relatively, me and him have put relatively the same amount of money into the game. So like when you look at it like that, it makes a little bit more sense. Not that it makes sense to spend $1 million on a video game, but there's like a little bit of nuance to a little context required. If that makes sense. But yeah, I definitely will not be playing this in 10 years. But even then, I can tell you, some of these whales have told me verbatim that like they used to play a different game and they've spent over 100K on that game, and then they just up and quit and then decided to spend over 100K on Diablo Immortal 2. So it's like there's a type of person who just has all this disposable income, you know, more money than they could ever do anything with, and you just get enjoyment from spending. It's the very American thing, being a super consumer. Oh yeah, let me almost done with this. I better get at least one Lego. Don't tell me they're getting close, right? No way, right? Yeah, we're chilling. I guess I'll turn this lightning tower into a flame tower just because they look cool. Perfect. Alright, give me one. Got some head. Alright, does that count though? Let's also make sure there's nothing over here. You should ask them to lend you 1K. That's not the type of person who would even consider it, dude. Only person they're lending 1K to is Blizzard. It's Blizzard NetEase. Let's see, does that count? Oh, now I'm at 4 pieces. Oh. Wait. No. I'm not. I don't get it. I picked up 1 legendary item and it counted as 2. I'll take it. I'll take it. Okay, let's get out of here. What else can I do that's not gonna crash me? I guess I can probably craft some more greens with all these things I picked up. Which, I'll be honest, this is an insane amount of greens to have after only doing a few dungeons. I didn't do that many dungeons. And I've got quite a few greens. 7 wisps. Alright, so let's craft a belt. Vithu's belt. And what else? 2642. Vitu's belt and necklace if I can. I can't. I can only do one. I mean, A, it's Fort Willpower. $52,537. What's my most hated activity or material to farm in game? Let me think. Most hated material is probably just the ancient scraps. These things, because it just takes an arbitrarily long time to collect 100 of them. But if you don't include that, it's probably these things right here, these cryptic crystals. Again, arbitrarily hard to get. Which I'm gonna go see if I can do some challenge rifts actually with this little bit of extra CR I've gotten. Let me see. Might not need to use that. I don't think there's not really like a piece of content that I like really hate farming that much. Maybe, I don't know, some things are, it just depends on how much I'm doing in a day. If I try to sit down and like do all of my terror rifts in one day, I'll hate terror rifts. Or, you know, something like that. But I don't necessarily hate terror rifts. See if I can get some upgrades from these bounties. Oh, also the keys for the Ibn Fahd Sanctum. Those are pretty stupid. Like I will and everybody else will never ever catch up to anybody who has been playing since the beginning. Even if you're a big whale, you decide to start whaling out, you'll never catch up. It's gonna take you a year if you're buying the keys every single day with platinum. But at this point, like, for them to try and rework that system would probably be pretty insane. It'd make everything that, all the money that all these whales spent, you know, in vain. Which Blizzard definitely does not want to do that, because that's how they lose their cash cows. You 5 weeks, yeah, 5 weeks to craft the Horde Splitter helmet. I'm pretty sure that's like good pace too. Like you did it like faster than most. Because also, like, for the average person, they're not going to be completing all 5 Inferno 9 raids every single, you know, reset. They might get 4 of them, or 3 of them, and then the other 2 will be Inferno 8. So they're missing out on 2 per week from that. So if you're a whale, you can get it as fast as possible. Excuse me. But for the average player, it adds on an extra week or 2. Just because you haven't spent the money to have the resonance, to have the CR to do those raids. Or you don't want to have to scour around for a big whale to carry you every week. Which I didn't even craft the one from Inferno 8. Because for the most part, the whole time during Inferno 8, I was only playing the free-to-play account. I completely neglected my main. So I only got up to like 86 of those things. Which maybe I can craft the new ones into the old one. And then maybe just get it a little bit later than most. What's good, Rex? Did my live feed cut off? Yes. Diablo Immortal crashed my computer yet again. Unfortunately. I wish there was something I could do about it, but it has to do with the Diablo Immortal does not mesh well with Windows for some reason. So, unless you can somehow revert your Windows operating system to like something from like 6 months ago, and then also make sure that it never updates again, that's like the only way to fix it, which is insanely hard to do. Unless you have a computer that's already running that old version of Windows.